You have to learn how to control your emotions. Stop letting your emotions control you. You are the driver of that vehicle that you're running, you're operating. If your emotions are running you, you are at risk. The enemy can attack you just by doing small things, just because you have triggers. You got to get rid of those triggers. This is why the world is so messed up in the way that people run themselves, because they feel like somebody else is responsible for their own emotions. They feel like if somebody does something to them, they have to, reciprocate whatever's done to them, and that's wrong. You got to be the bigger person. That's the only way that you're going to grow. That's the only way that you're going to be able to control your emotions. You got to have some sort of emotional intelligence. Somebody verbally disrespecting you, that shouldn't bother you. Let me tell you why. Because if somebody can verbally disrespect you, right? They call you a name and you react off of that. Let's say you do something harmful to them. Let's say you harm them. Guess what? You got to face the consequences. And not only that, if somebody was to say something that triggers you, if you react off of that in a violent way, another person say it, you react off of that in a violent way, then another and another and another, you'll be fighting 100 people. You'll be in trouble. You'll be into it with a lot of people because you have this little trigger. Because you're triggered by things, so you think that you have to react. And this is why people make mistakes in life, because they reacted off a certain emotion and they regret it once they get somewhere. They think after. Don't do and then think after. No, think first and then do. It's many times where I wanted to crash. Many times where I wanted to just, I was just so amped up and I just wanted to crash in certain situations, and I just couldn't do that because I know the power of my emotions. And I know that emotions can drive you in a place where you don't even want to be. This is why jails are filled up. This is why the graveyard, the cemeteries are filled up. So me, I dealt with a lot of things in my life. And the way that I handled those things, I handled them because I had a father. I still have a father. But I had a role model. Somebody I looked up to. Somebody that as a child, when I saw in certain situations where I thought it would be something else, it didn't happen that way. All because of my father. The way that he handled things. He handled things as a man. Many times I went out with my father and people around him would get all amped up and, get drunk and stuff. And my father would always just relax. Even if somebody said something bad to him, he just relaxed. He said, it's okay. He just used to always tell me I used to be scared sometimes. It's okay. And that's what I have in my heart. That's what I was built up on. So that's why I'm telling you, as a man, you gotta control your emotions. I don't want you to get to a place where you're gonna regret doing something that you should have never done. Because everything that's done to you, it don't have to have a reaction to it. That's what you gotta learn. You gotta break free from that you have to react in a way that you were taught to a situation that you're in. A person can come to me right now and say, you're worthless. You're a piece of... They can say the worst things to me. And I will look at them and just smile. You wanna know why? Because I know that they have problems they gotta heal. I know that. I see it. There's no reason for a person to act that way towards you unless they have their own problems they running from. And that's what the case is in many situations. In many situations, you'll run into people that's so tough. They ready to crash out. They ready to risk it all because they going through problems, and you a beautiful soul. You have your life together. You're learning. You're trying to be a better person, but you crash into this person that's willing to risk it all. The best thing that you can do is give them that light. Smile. Talk life into them. Somebody say they hate you, say I love you. Give them that light, because they missing that in their life. A lot of people that go through tough times, a lot of people that's out here willing to crash out, a lot of people that, like the, I don't want to say the word, but the S word that does that, it's because they don't have nobody really giving that life to them, speaking that life into them. And that's why I'm going to make sure I use my platform, and every time I get on here, I'm going to tell you I love you. And I want to speak life into you, because I want you to really know that you matter. You matter. So all the emotions that they carry that with them through when they wake up, from the moment they wake up to the day they run into human, like other people, and they run into, you know, their normal day. Maybe it's work, whatever it is, they carry those emotions with them then. And then when the smallest thing happens, they react and they unload the baggage. They need help. If you're the type of person that wakes up and you're feeling a way about yesterday and you don't want to accept that today, so you decide to carry your day on negative and you decide to blame other people throughout that day for triggering you just because you woke up that way, that's wrong. That's wrong. And I'm here to tell you that you have to fix that. It's not too late. If you see somebody that's out here acting on hate, that's disrespecting people, shine your light. Shine your light on them. Enlighten them. That's what God put us here to do. He put us here to work together. Some of us are missing pieces. Some of us are missing screws. And people have the screws that we, you know, need to get put back together. And you got to be the one to do it. Because if you're doing it, if you're not doing it, it's like you're wasting that light that you have within you. We all here to encourage each other. Just because somebody's having a bad day, that don't make them a bad person. I don't believe that the jails are filled with criminals. I don't believe that. You know, they're missing screws, they're missing love, they're missing a strong foundation, manly family. So they react on their emotions and they end up in that place. So I'm telling you, if you have the light, if you are emotionally intelligent, you're emotionally strong, and you're in a situation where you see something going off or you see something going left, hey, step in. I don't care if you're a stranger in a situation. Step in. Hey buddy, it's okay. Relax. You're a good person. You got a good soul. You got a good life. I see that in you. Speak life into them. And they'll stop and really think, and they'll appreciate that. And they'll leave with a whole nother mindset. They angry, and they'll leave like, man, I'm about to crash out about. What was I really angry about? We have to make sure that we're teaching our children at a young age. My son, my youngest is 1, and I'm already teaching him about certain things. Just speaking it to him. Just so he can get in line, and just so when he's older, he can hear these things repeat in his head. It's all right. You know, it's fine. What's your problem? What's going on? What's really the issue? How can I solve this issue, baby? How can I help you? Ask your children that. How can I help you, baby? What's wrong? Why do you feel this way? What can I do to help you? And you'll see that your children will open up to you. You'll see that your children will tell you things that make you think, I need to be more supportive to my children's emotional support. I need to be that person that's going to teach my children how to control their emotions. But first, as a parent, you have to control your emotions, because they're watching you. They're watching you. Your children are watching you. There's no excuse to act the way that you do. There's no excuse. Your past can't be an excuse, because you're here today. You're watching this video. You're in this moment today. So anything that happened in your past and that tested you in your past and made you act away, stop carrying that to today. All you men out there, I don't care that she broke your heart. The girl before that girl broke your heart. I don't care that she cheated on you. That's not an excuse to treat the woman that you have in your life today the way that you do. For all the women, tell me how you feel, right? And I'll point you in the right direction. I'll try to give you as much advice as I can, but you have to really be your own emotional support, because at the end of the day, it's not a full-time job. Us men, we go through 2 things. We have to deal with our emotions, but we also responsible for the woman's emotion. And that's why I'm telling you, that's wrong. You are responsible for your own emotions, no matter who you are. The only people that can really have 100% leeway is your children. Your children. You are responsible for your children's emotions. You are, yes. As a parent, that's what you have to lock in on and do. You have to make sure that your children are emotionally developed, and they know how to point out certain emotions, and they know how to, match emotions. Describe the emotion beyond anger, beyond happiness, beyond sadness. It's way more emotions out there that we need to teach our children, but we don't even know those emotions. I'm still learning to this day new emotions. So we got to make it our business to do that. Our kids are the only ones whose emotions we are responsible for. And I know that might be hard to hear to the women. I know that might be hard to hear for some of you men. But I'm just telling you what's real. When you sit up there and you act away and you predict that somebody should act away and react to how you acted, that's just a mental, that's something within. So I don't even want to keep you here for long. Like, I just wanted to give you that message. You know, you got to learn how to control your emotions, you know, and you are responsible for your own emotions. And you got to make sure that you're pouring your heart out into your children and teaching them that they are in control of their emotions early. Teach them that. Teach them that they have the power to be happy, sad, you know, angry, sad, whatever. Any emotions that you want to think about. Teach them that they have the power to use those emotions and identify certain things that they're feeling. Because a lot of them, they feel a way and they don't even know how they're feeling. Because nobody ever told them. So I want you to lock in for real. All you wives out there, don't make it your husband's or your partner's duty to be responsible and make you happy. No, you gotta make yourself happy. If you're not happy within yourself, nobody else can make you happy. They can make you happy periodically, maybe by giving you materialistic things, maybe by pleasing you, but all that run away. The only happiness that really matters is within. And nobody can do that but you. So stop putting that all on your husband. Stop telling your husband that he got to get it right or you're going to find somebody else. Stop telling your husband that he got to be perfect. He got to know how to, please you and all this. No, that's all within yourself. Love yourself, beautiful queen. So all my men out there, stop making these women, stop making your wife and your girl feel bad because she can't support you in the way that the girl before you did. That's not right. Learn your partner, learn your situation, and come together. Heal yourself, king. You gotta heal yourself, king. That woman is good for you. That woman is doing everything she can for you. And inside, we don't ever really show our emotions, right? We kind of take it all in and we go cry in the corner. So we go somewhere else. We will never show it, but we feel good. We love when a woman is there for us. So we try to push our partners and our wives and our girlfriends harder, and it's like they can't solve what we feeling inside. They can't. I'm sorry. No matter how much pleasure they give us, no matter how many materialistic things they give us, they can't. But you know what can? Us having a person that's emotionally strong and that's not putting their weight on us. We love that. That's our peace. We love that. Because most of the times we fuel off of you. You make us want to become a better person. We take in all, but when we know that we got a woman by our side that's, really being strong and sticking through it and really supporting us no matter what through our BS, that's what heals us. Some men take it as an advantage and they overlook it, but us men, the men out there, the kings, we love that. So women, we love when you don't want to always argue and stuff. We love when you want to speak life into us. We love that. That's where the peace is. That's where it is. That pushes us. I'm not saying that heals our problems, but it kind of pushes us to be the best version of ourselves. It do. So I love y'all. If you made it this far, I love you. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you on all my videos, I'm going to always tell you I love you because I know you need to hear that. The last thing I told my father, I love you. When I see my mom, our last conversation is always I love you. And that's what I want you to feel here. I want you to know that I love you. And you have to control your emotions. You have to be strong. I believe in you.